Back out in the shop. Already done a fair amount of sanding. I've got the contours looking pretty good. I laid out this line of tape to define the peak. I've got the top pretty much where I want it, other than I'm going to put one more skim coat on it. And now working on this section in here. I got the lip here for the molding is fitting real well. So mix up some mud and see where we go. Spreading the filler is a little more technical, I guess, than what it would appear to be. If you take your time and get it mooshed in there real nice, you get good adhesion. But more importantly, the closer to the shape that you can spread that on, the less sanding that you have to do. And less sanding is a good thing. So I've got the shape pretty close. So mostly I'm putting in just an even coat, just so I can fill in the little whoop-de-doos and gives me a guide coat so I can tell how close I'm going to actually end up sanding most of this off. And I had a little putty left over, so waste not, want not. See a little pinhole here or there, a little place that needs something, we put it on. Checking it for how much it's set up. I want to pull this tape off before it has reached its final hardness. That way it comes off, leaves a nice straight line, and doesn't want to pull up the material. In today's video, doesn't look a whole lot different, I guess, visually, but quite a bit is done. I've got it down to just a few little spots here, a couple little pinholes. Got to work this area here a little bit. Kind of level out this step between all of the previous repairs and paint jobs. Get that nice and flat. Kind of the same back here. And I'll be ready to put on some primer. Figure about 2 applications of primer and a severe blocking. Gonna deal with these 2 areas. Put the headlight assembly back in. Check the gaps there. I've got this one ready for a little final application of fill to once again level out the steps. And that should do it for good. So once again, thanks for watching this one. I'll probably combine this with another video, and we'll see about getting this thing finished. It's the next day. Now I'm doing some prepping for the priming. I've got some much finer sandpaper than I've been using, feathering out the edges and giving a little bit of tooth to the transition point between the paint and the filler so that the primer has something to bite into. And it's just a matter of sanding and looking for any imperfections I want to fix while I have the opportunity to. This wheel lip is the transition that the factory used to glue the top of the body tub assembly and wheel house assembly to the lower sections, and it has damaged both in this collision and the previous collision. Got it glued back together nicely, but it has that form, that little triangular part of that sticks out that fits up inside the body side molding, and I'm trying to clean this up, make it so that that molding will fit quite nicely. This little flexible sanding block comes in quite handy, especially for these rounded cars that have lots of curves. I've basically got a sticky sandpaper, and I went over to the other wheel well and then laid the paper on it and bent it to fit that wheel well so the sticky held everything in place. Makes it stand out pretty nice. But there's no getting away from the detail work. Just got to get in there by hand. I bend the sandpaper as needed, fold it, shape it, twist it, whatever it needs. Get in this. There's no power tool that I can really use to shape this, so it's just all old school. Got all the prep work done. Final inspection. Make sure I've got everything I want before I put on the high build primer. It's a polyester primer. It's activated, which is nice because activated primers don't shrink. I've checked the fit for the molding. Everything looks good. So it's on to painting. I won't show the spraying. Paint sticks to everything, and don't get my camera all gummied up. Normal prep work. Got it all masked. Got tarps over the rest of the car. I've taken the hood outside, so I wiped it down with some pre-cleaner. Get ready to pour some primer to it. This is the first coat of the high build primer. First observation, I'd say it's looking pretty good. I'll put on 2 or 3 more coats. I'll run out of material in my gun. Once you activate it, you got to throw it away, so might as well put it on the car. And then we'll spend some time blocking out these lines. This is a pretty good milestone, I'd say. At the end of the day, as you can see, got some primer on it. I'm going to do some blocking. There are a few areas I want to touch up. Still have a little bit to do to the hood. And I haven't mounted the headlight assembly yet to take care of this little corner, but I wanted to get this all blocked in before I put the headlight in and had to mask around it every time. Spent a lot of time today working on this lip. Even though the rubber molding that goes on it hides a lot, I wanted it better than where it was. The previous collision, they left it kind of rough. So, this is getting near the end. And we'll get all set up for some serious blocking. So once again, thanks for watching.